Hey guys, it's Paul Jang. I'm going to talk to you about Pipedrive. This is a review for Pipedrive. Um, in regards to land investing, I don't think Pipedrive is the best CRM. Um, if you are in wholesaling houses, I would look into them. Um, they have a pretty good infrastructure. If you are doing any kind of service tutoring business, landscaping business, anything like that, I think Pipedrive is really good for that. Or some kind of consulting where you're making sales through the phone, any kind of phone sales of some sort. I think Pipedrive is really good for that. So, I think the more niche you get with things, there might be CRMs that are specific for that. But if you don't have that, I think Pipedrive is good. I hope that makes sense. I was using Pipedrive for two types of businesses in the past that I'm no longer a part of. One business is an agency model where basically you're selling CEO as well as like Facebook marketing, Google ad revenue, and basically what we were doing was we were selling those services and then hiring another company to fulfill those orders. And so it was basically sales for you know that business model, right? I think Pipedrive is really good because they have a way to basically pull over um, people from a lead to someone interested to someone that might make the sale. They have integrations for signing documents and for emails as well as text messaging. And uh, I think in terms of affordability, their pricing is pretty. It's cheaper than other ones out there. You probably just to get started, really just need the essentials one. It'll have pretty much everything you need for this. There is one other integration here that isn't really stated. So, if you're doing cold outreach, like with emails or like let's say reaching out to people with DMs on LinkedIn or on Facebook, you can input your own leads here. Pipedrive has an app that I was using um, for this, and so the second type of business that I ran through Pipedrive was. A tutoring service business that I'm no longer doing it. And what we did was we ran Facebook ads into Pipedrive, and from Pipedrive, we're gonna go through that phrase and basically close them on the phone. But this essentials is real good if you use some kind of ad platform like Facebook ads or Google ads. You're probably going to need some kind of integration, so that is going to be like with Zapier. So your costs here start increasing a bit because there's no specifically with Facebook ads, there's no integration if you're doing lead generation to go from that to Pipedrive. You might be able to get by if you use a website on WordPress that connects through Pipedrive. So if you get a Facebook lead, put them onto a website, get their information through an opt-in page of some sort, you get them into Pipedrive that way. But otherwise, you might need some kind of automation device like Zapier, which will funnel those leads over. So like Facebook lead gen is a specific type of campaign that will let you connect Pipedrive and Facebook together, so you don't have to go manually and start inputting it. If you're trying to be cost efficient, like you can do that in the beginning to save yourself some money, but eventually you'll want things automated because you know your time is worth money. So essentially, essentials would be the way I'd get started. By the way, I'm no longer in those other businesses for a myriad of reasons. One, with the agency model, I didn't feel like our fulfillment team was as good, and so I felt like I was selling a shoddy product. And then for our tutoring business, our ad costs, um, I really pushed for it last month, and our ad costs were just way too high. I could have shrunk it down, but I'm not so sure I love the selling on the phone method. I just think it's a lot more time intensive than I really realized. And you'll get, people that are just flaky, right? So if you have an appointment, you'll have people that don't show up. And really, I want businesses that these are some of the realizations I had in terms of a sales process. Like Pipedrive has a really good sales process because you could categorize people from on interest levels, and they'll have reminders and all sorts of gadgets. But if you have that type of business, that's good. But I kind of like you know I like businesses where basically I don't necessarily have to be making the sale every time. And so, automated webinars or some kind of affiliate marketing or email sale, like sales through emails or a video sale, something of that sort, or getting ad revenue. I think those are the types of businesses I'm more interested in because I'm trying to save on time. I don't really want to work in the business as much. And I thought what I would do was I would hire people to um, do the sales, to help with fulfillment, some of these things. And I just kind of realized more and more hiring people, managing people, it takes time, it takes training, it takes all these other things and increase your costs. And so that's kind of why I push away, I think, from businesses that I think are really good for pipe drive. I'm not knocking like that you can't make money from those types of businesses, service businesses, sales types of consulting businesses, but it's a lot more hands heavy than I think I'm interested in. Um, but that's pipe drive in a nutshell. If you do have something like that, I do recommend it. It's a good platform, and lots of people are using it. It's kind of like the simpler version of Salesforce and a lot less expensive. So there's enough here that you can get going and kind of upgrade to a higher level without it killing you in terms of price as you know so, and without it becoming too convoluted with a lot of gadgets that you might not necessarily need. So that's it with Pipedrive, and my recommendation, I would say yes for specific businesses in the service or really if you're selling, through the phone. Um, that's how you're making your sales. I would say that that's really, good for this. So that's that. If you are interested in a business model that doesn't require as much time, I suggest land investing. Land investing is how my wife and I were able to quit our jobs. We basically bought property for cheap and then resold it for cash or owner financing and just kept doing that over and over again. If you're interested in that, check it out in the description below. Otherwise, subscribe, like the channel. I appreciate your time. Take care. Have a good one.